Yeah. And then one of the things that we both kind of wanted to talk about related to that conversation was this idea of trading up, even in a down economy. So Jay gave a couple examples. The one was a guy who maybe makes $50,000 a year and has a $2,000 set of golf clubs, or a girl who just graduated from college and has some super expensive designer bag. So, how do you think that idea applies to our business at all, or at all, if at all, I should say?
Yeah, so when I first heard it, I don't know if I thought like, "Oh, man, this definitely applies to us." But then as I got a chance to kind of digest what Jay was saying and think about like what we were considering our target consumer, perhaps it's a bit broader than what we even considered because of the ability for an individual to um, relieve themselves of the cost of buying multiple shoes for specific sports. So perhaps it's a situation where the demographic, because we've kind of toyed with the idea and still have to get like a cost breakdown in order to really figure out like what the price is going to be. I know we have like an ideal price for it, um, and we want to make it accessible, but we realize that with certain prices, depending on like what we kind of utilize in terms of material and the design itself, um, it may price some people out. But listening to what Jay said about trading up, it actually might not, because now that person, instead of like buying three pair of $20 shoes, they buy one shoe that's in around that $60 mark. So I think like in that instance, maybe it's a bit of like that trading up that Jay was kind of describing. Um, and that the reason why a person would do that is because they see like that benefit of not having, because it's almost like a break even because they're not having to pay for other shoes. And so I think that is kind of how I thought about it when I really had a chance to consider what Jay was saying with trading up.
Yeah, I think how trading up applies to his business is a little bit different from how it applies to our business. And you're just
Yeah.
basically alluding to that because the examples that he was giving, and even with ice cream, it's kind of like this is a person spending on themselves. It's almost like an indulgence. Whereas for us, it's like this is a parent that's investing in their kid. So it's the same kind of idea of even if you don't have a ton of money or shoes are getting more and more expensive, you still want something that's quality and you're willing to spend more for something that's high quality. So I think that's kind of the thing that ties together what Jay is saying and kind of like what we're trying to do. Not necessarily that buying more expensive kids shoes is an indulgence. It's just more like I want to invest in the areas that matter and my kids health, safety, and their ability to explore different sports, have fun. That's something that matters to a lot of parents and something that they're willing to invest in.
Yeah, no, totally agree. And that's why it took me a second when Jay was talking to like how to figure out how it translate to our particular venture.